Welcome back to another episode of this crazy world. And we got some stuff going on all around the world. Every day we cannot run out of stuff that's ignorant, that's sad, that's happy. It's crime. This is what's going on. I got a story for y'all today about a woman that said she got a gun to keep her children safe. But this what happened. In LaGrange, Georgia, my little Spider-Man, his mother called him, Aiden King was 2 years old, and it seemed he had superpowers. He could pour his own milk, though he did spill a little, and he could pull up a chair and open a hot cabinet to find a snack. One time he climbed over the metal railing on the balcony of their second floor apartment. He was holding on out there in the open space until his mother pulled a little Spider-Man back onto the balcony. Now, in a recent conversation with CNN, Shapira Williams remembered the time she couldn't save her son. She took off her glasses and wiped away tears. Felt like my whole heart had been ripped out of me, is what this lady said. Now, Williams lived with Aiden and his two older sisters in an apartment complex on the south side of LaGrange, a medium-sized city about 65 miles southwest of Atlanta, Georgia. Early in 2022, Williams had some trouble with a neighbor, of course. So police reports say the other woman complained about Williams and her children, who insistently made noises in the upstairs apartment that disturbed her and her family. Now, this dispute kept escalating. One morning, the reports say the other woman attacked Williams. Surveillance video reviewed by the police showing her brandishing a black metal cooking pot wrapped in plastic bags. She charged at Williams and hit her on the head with the pot. A fight ensued, and the officer found Williams with a busted lip and blood on her sweatshirt. Now, the outlook on this is starting to look real wild. Are we going to start seeing women having shootouts like men in the neighborhood? I'm just saying, this is starting to go too far to where the women that are supposed to be raising our kids are going to start acting wild like some of these brothers in the hood. This has to come to an end. So many guns are out here on the street now because of these laws that got passed that it's going to be a bloodbath. I'm sorry to say it. This is going to be some of the extreme times that we're going to go through. So we must prepare ourselves and buckle down and get ready. Now, gun violence is an epidemic in the United States. The other woman was arrested on charges that included battery. Williams was not arrested. Now, according to the police, this other lady had the nerve to say, "It's okay, my family's coming from Birmingham and they'll take care of her situation." This is what this lady was saying while she was on her way to jail. She's talking like black brothers with guns that's selling drugs in the roughest parts in the cities. Those are the people that talk like that. Regular citizens that go to work, come home, got sense. No, that is not the language that you should be speaking. These are two women with kids talking like this. This is what we coming to now? That women are no longer going to fist fight and pull hair. They're going to have guns? Wow. Now, Williams said she was afraid for herself and her children. So she went and got a black .380 handgun and practiced with it at the gun range. She hid it under her mattress or zipped it into her purse because it made her feel safer, at least some of the time. Now, see, that's what I'm talking about. Now, if this lady would have had a fair fight, she wouldn't have went and got a gun. She was attacked with a skillet. Everybody know how hard as a skillet is. If you get hit with a skillet, you would be knocked unconscious. That is like a gun. If you get hit hard enough with a skillet, you might die. Let's just be real. So this lady was threatening her life. She was fearing for her life. So she did what anybody in their right mind would go do. If you see somebody is not going to fight you fair and square. And we living in a time where people don't fight fair and square. They don't even do that in politics. Look at them every day talking about Trump and Biden. Both of them crooked. And every day they got something to say about the other one to try to sway people to go to the vote booth. So people are not going to play it fair. That's just not the life we living in. Now, on April the 26th, about 2 weeks before what would have been Aiden's third birthday, it was a dinner time at the apartment. The kids were eating sloppy joes. William excused herself to use the bathroom. She recalled leaving her purse in the bathroom on the nightstand. A while later, she heard a loud pop. Running into the bedroom, she saw Aiden on the floor along with the gun. Damn, Man, this is sad, just breaking this story down to y'all. But I have to speak to the world, because this can save a future child. Somebody listening to this show gonna see somebody that they know with a gun, or they gonna know somebody that keep guns laying around while innocent kids are under the roof. That is dangerous. You cannot leave a gun laying out in the open with kids around. You can't leave a gun in a drawer when kids are in the house. Guns have to be locked up. You understand that? Locked up. Or hid in something that cannot be opened but nobody by you. Kids are bad. Kids are eager to learn. Kids love to investigate. So when you doing something, you ain't paying no attention, their mind is always working instead of looking for something to get into. And that's what happened to this innocent child. And, you know, a lot of people are going to want to blame this mother. I got to blame her, but not blame her, because this is a sad situation. I know that she didn't want her child to die, but she was put in a position by another woman that didn't handle it like a woman about an issue that she had about her kids making noises. And they just living in the same complex. That's all this is. An apartment complex or a house where people are living close to each other, hearing noises from kids, and this led to a child getting. Now, that woman who pulled this skillet out on this lady, if she have any kind of conscience and heart, she should feel sad. Because even though you didn't make this happen, you played part in it. Everybody had their part to play. When that woman got that gun, you should have still remember that you got to protect your kids. I mean, but I don't want to pour it on, because this is just a crazy story that an innocent child got hit, killed, and the mother is, going to be stressed out. She's never going to get over this. This lady is never going to forget this. This is going to haunt her for the days of her life. Now, the next few minutes after she jumped in her memory, she fell on the floor, picked her son up, put him down, ran to a neighbor for help, prayed, and kept pleading with Aiden. Don't leave me, son. Stay with me. And the neighbor tried CPR and Williams fainted. Upon arrival, a police officer wrote in a report, I observed a black female holding a 2-year-old child and running towards me as I was exiting my patrol vehicle. The female handed me the 2-year-old child while she was crying. And that was when I held the child and laid him down on the ground and immediately began CPR. The child was bleeding from his mouth. And I did observe a gunshot wound to the center of his face near his nose. I continued CPR but did not feel any pulse. They were fighting for this child's life, and he didn't make it. God bless him. He gone to heaven. It's a sad thing, and it's sad that it's going to continue to go on because these guns are everywhere. Now, Aiden is one of more than 1,300 children in the teens in the United States killed by gunfire so far in 2023. Now, this is according to the Gun Violence Archive. Did y'all hear that? 1,300 children have been killed this year by gunfire in 2023. And this is the half of the year hasn't even, we get into a little bit over the half of the year mark. We still have about, this is October. We have 2 months left. That is a shame. Now, firearms became the number one killer of children and teens in America in 2020, surpassing motor vehicle accidents, which have long been the leading cause of death among America's children. That's when that gun law passed. You see that? You see how quick passing a law can change the world. Now, authorities are still investigating this, and they submitted the cases to prosecutors for review. It's crazy, man. But most accidental shooting deaths among children always involve guns left loaded and unlocked. This is a study that has been proven. Just like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I did a show on my other podcast, and it was about a 3-year-old shooting himself by mistake because it was a guy walking around because they had cameras inside of their house. So he was walking around looking at a tablet, watching Sunday NFL football with the gun on the couch. And the baby hopped up on the chair and the gun just went off and shot the child. Now, thank God this child didn't die. but was shot in the leg. But the point I'm making is this is consistently happening every week. And if you can see the picture of this young guy, beautiful soul, man. You know, he looked like a young man in the making, man. Damn. Now, just be careful, she said. Even if you have guns in the home, make sure you put them up in a safe place. Anything can happen within a blink of an eye. She could still hear the popping sounds of the gun going off. Aiden was so quick, so curious. He was a whirlwind of motion and sound, dashing through the apartment, jumping on the bed, riding his toy motorcycle, inventing his own dance moves. And then one night, it stopped. People, we only got one life that we living. We only got one chance, one time. In this crazy world, make the most of it. Until the next time, until the next episode, stay safe, stay positive, be free, keep a smile on your face. Love your people, because this is some crazy times we living in.